Hey, Jessica here. I've started looking at the Fasig-Tipton Kentucky Winter Mix Sale, which I'll be covering, previewing, and summarizing over at the Daily Gallop. And I just thought it would be fun to kind of go through the catalog and kind of talk out loud through my thoughts and kind of show how I look at a pedigree and put together kind of a short list on video. I'll probably end up editing this way down and also not going through the entire catalog at this time, but I thought it'd be fun. I haven't done anything on video in like 8 years, and I don't know. I thought it would be cool to do and see if people like it and maybe kind of, I don't know, see what happens. Anyway, let's get started with hip number one. This is a chestnut filly by Noble Mission out of the AP Indy Mare Gateway, and her second dam is Tussaud, who is the dam of, as you can see, Empire Maker, Chester House, Honest Lady, Chiseling, and Decarchi, as well as the dam of Honorable Duty. I automatically like this filly because of how Empire Maker has emerged as a sire of sires in the current breeding environment, with grandsons like American Pharaoh, Empire, Classic Empire, I think, is another one of his grandsons who I'm kind of excited about as a stallion. And this filly shows a ton of potential just as a broodmare prospect solely because of that female line. She's by Noble Mission, who is, of course, a full brother to Frankel, being out of the Danehill mare kind. And Danehill, incidentally, is a great example of why I like this filly. He comes from a mare from a female line that is a huge stallion line, with Natama producing, among others, Northern Dancer, and the dam, Natama didn't produce Halo, but Natama's dam, Al Mahmoud, produced also another daughter named Cosma, who was the dam of Halo. So that's just one reason I really like this filly. I think, as long as she's a nice physical, she has a winning full brother, it looks like, and she has a sister who's a stakes producer. So that, again, points to the likelihood of this filly having a lot of potential as a broodmare in the future, even if her racing career doesn't turn out. G. Jean, a mare by Temple City out of the Point Given mare, Cherry Point. Looking at the family of Derby Kitten and Williams Kitten. Race record. She's got stakes placings, that's cool. Believed to be pregnant to Not This Time. Let's check out Not This Time. Oh, yes! He is a half-brother to Liam's Map? Yes, Liam's Map. He's a half-brother to Liam's Map. So, therefore, like Liam's Map, he shows this awesome line breeding to Tawi on the bottom. Something I'd really like to see with this family, or with this colt, is bringing Unbridled back in. So, you don't get that here. One of the things I like so much about Liam's Map is Unbridled, because, you have the inbreeding to Aspidistra, the dam of Tawi. So, therefore, I love Liam's Map's pedigree, but as for Not This Time, I'd like to see him get some of that unbridled blood and get even more Aspidistra in there, and through, again, different sources, because Unbridled shows inbreeding to Aspidistra via his tail female line and Dr. Fager, the brother of Tawi. So, that's awesome, and it would be 4 different offspring, not 4 different offspring because you have Tawi twice, but still different branches of this really potent Aspidistra blood. Anyway, but we do not have that here. We do have Temple City. About Trippy. I don't know a whole lot about Trippy. By End Sweep, who's from Witching Hour. Who is that? Oh, this is 4R. Okay. So, if you're looking Enchanted Eve. The names I've got listed here. You've got Salem, End Sweep, Wheel Away, Cloud Hopping, Eltish, Skimming. Nyarko is from a more distant common relative. Family 4R is the family of Dynaformer, Warfront, Carson City, To Honor and Serve. Well, that's a little less. Mizzen Mast, Monarchos. This is a big family. It's a little hidden, as the here, but I like it. And it doesn't really translate over. And it translates here to Dynaformer, right there. End Sweep, Dynaformer, Family 4R. This is a different branch of the family. But you go back to Maiden, Kitty Clark. This is a different branch. There's Miss Obstinate. Okay, so he goes back to Miss Obstinate, but not Kitty Clark. Gotcha. Okay, sorry. These are the kind of rants, tangents I go on, and this is why I have a list of horses sorted by female family. Anyway. Yeah, that's really all I got here. Golden Jasmine, a 4-year-old filly by Golden Sense out of a horse chestnut mare. This is a half-sister to a stakes winner by Stormy Atlantic. See another more success with Stormy Atlantic there. This is the family of Blushing John, a broodmare prospect. By Golden Sense. Ski Chief is a name I don't know. Family 3L, Uvira. Yes, that's actually the exact branch. This is the family of AP Indy and that whole slew of great horses. Summer Squall, obviously, half brother to AP Indy, Zyra. You got Lawyer Ron, Raja Baba, Plugged Nickel, Tonalist, and then of course under Lassie Deer, it just goes crazy. I forgot about Lemon Drop Kid, AP Indy, Honor Grade, Summer Squall, Court Vision, Sky Kingdom, who's starting to come up as a sire. It looks like, yeah. So that's cool. Ski Chief is a very interesting influence there, and I really that really puts me onto this mare a little bit more than I might have been otherwise. I also really like Golden Sense as a stallion, and especially as a broodmare sire in the future, because he also shows some interesting line breeding, being from family 4M, the family of Harlan's Holiday. And actually, or no, that's 1L, not 3L. I was looking at it. No, okay, yes, hold on. Okay. This mare is from family 1L. Banker's Gold, the dam sire of Golden Sense, is also from family 1L. Let's see if we can figure out where their most common recent ancestor is. So, yep, there's your big names here. Paraffin, Illuminata, Gas. We go to a different daughter of Paraffin there in Alimus. But that's another interesting, I like that I'm probably going to end up talking about this mare, so I'm not going to go too much more into this, because I think that there's some interesting options for this filly as far as breeding and all. So hip number 11 is definitely going on my short list here. And moving on. Hip number 12, Golden Pioneer, a bay mare by Pioneer of the Nile out of Bow River Gold, a daughter of Rainbow Quest. Prince Tenderfoot, that's a name I don't know. So this mare has had 2 foals born dead, which is, I think, a pretty big red flag. I don't really know for sure. Obviously, there could be a million different reasons, but that kind of scares me a little bit. She's in full to Harry's holiday. Let's look him up. I've never heard of Harry's holiday before. He's the son of Harlan's holiday. Actually, okay. His second dam is Leslie's lady. So that means that his dam is a half to into Mischief, who was by Harlan's holiday. So, okay. Okay, Harry. Let's see. I'm gonna give him a chance here. I like that pedigree. He's showed some potential. He's graded multiple graded stakes, or no, one-time graded stakes placed. But okay, a black type winner from a big family, of course, and Golden Pioneer. Pioneer of the Nile. Okay, let's look up Prince Tenderfoot, because I have no idea. Family 8C. Well, I guess this is also a good opportunity to talk about Pioneer of the Nile, whose family I really like. I love that he is inbred to in reality. If you look here, this is the 5th dam of Pioneer of the Nile. This is in reality. If you look, you will notice a common ancestor here in Clonaslee. So I don't think it's a coincidence that Empire Maker did well with this mare, because he has a lot of strong sources of in reality. And this mare comes from that same mitochondrial line. I also love Key to the Kingdom in Pioneer of the Nile's pedigree, because this is another opportunity for line breeding for those who are, looking to double up on some mares that are have had a lot of success. Risque, the 4th dam here of Key to the Kingdom, is also the ancestress of a mare called Happy Mood. And through Happy Mood, you've got Haynesfield, Touch Gold, With Approval, Brilliant Speed, Discreet Cat, and Discreetly Mine at various, points throughout that. If you go back further and then come back in, you have the likes of Warrior's Reward, Seabird, Gilded Time in this family. But looking especially at, maybe Touch Gold or one of the either Discreet Cat or Discreetly Mine, I think that that's an interesting thing to be looked into with regards to Pioneer of the Nile, or American Pharaoh. Pioneer of the Nile. Sorry. I think that's interesting. Connemara is also interesting because Fasig-Tipton, this is the family of Malibu Moon, I want to say? Yes. As well as the likes of Secretariat. This is also the family of Imperatrice, whose 3rd dam is Fasig-Tipton. So you have, Something Royal and everything that came from her. You have Cure the Blues. New Stallion Brody's Cause comes from this family, as do, Malibu Moon and Temple City. Anyway. This filly's interesting. Golden Pioneer. I don't know. Something... if it were my money, I probably just... The 2 foals born dead is kind of... she never placed. But there's something to be said here. I think she's interesting. Probably a pass in the long run, but... some fun pedigree stuff going on there anyway. Hip number 14, Go Noni Go. A 5-year-old by Get Stormy out of a perfect soul mare. My dog will not shut up. Something is going on upstairs. This is a graded stakes winning filly by Get Stormy. Let's see. Winner of the Bourbonnette Oaks. She's a turf horse. Probably looks like she was bested around a mile. You see a little bit of versatility here, which is cool. Some races where she showed a little bit of speed. Got races where she closed from further back. Looks like she's a nice filly. Let's take a look. Close out some extra things here. So she's from family 8C, which is a big family. I'm not really sure. I was looking which, if I recognized going back, but not all the way until back here at Violet do I really see that. But this is, incidentally, the family of Stormcat, as far as, your Bruce Lowe numbers go. So that's interesting that she's from a Stormcat line mare. Her, she shares that parallel there. Perfect Soul, Northern Dancer Secretariat, the same cross you see with Stormcat. So I kind of like the parallels that you see there with the same sire, broodmare, sire cross kind of coming down on the top and the bottom here. Curious Clown is a horse I am unfamiliar with from family 1L. Going back to Valve, this is a daughter of Gas. Okay, going back. And again, there again is your foundation mare, Paraffin. She's not the foundation of family 1L, but she's a foundation mare in the sense that a lot of good horses trace to her. Nice, okay. Get Stormy. Let's take a look at him. Family 9F from Amerigo's Fancy. I know there are horses who come from her. I just don't know who they are. Okay, not a ton, but Hampton Court also comes from this family, Informed and Past the Buck. Okay, not as many horses as I thought. This family 9F, though, is the family of horses like West Coast Perfect Soul. Wait. See, and this is where my female family reference comes in handy, is I was looking like, oh, family 9F, I'm not real familiar with that family, or I am, but I couldn't tell you offhand, it's not like family 1X, or like, there are certain female families that I've gotten to the point where I can kind of just start rattling them off. Oh, and look, you have inbreeding to Moccasin here with Appalachia. This is, okay, yeah. No, I'm behind this filly. I love bringing Get Stormy to Perfect Soul. They share a female family. I love that cross. I'm most familiar with it in the sense of La Trienne, where you get horses, and now I can't think of any because I'm putting myself on the spot. But, you have horses like, well, the Dam of California Chrome is one who's bred on, whose sire and dam sire came from the same female family. This is also, I know it's everywhere, and I cannot think of examples right now. But, so that's awesome. Go Nani Go herself comes from a pretty solid female family, one that includes Stormcat, even if it is going back way farther than really has much relevance. But yeah, no, I like this mare. I'll probably talk more about her and go into like hypothetical matings for her on the blog. So yeah, check that out. Hip 15, good one, honey. This mare is in my watch list, actually. I don't remember why oh, yen. So this is a stakes winner. What do we got here? By Great Notion, who is an incredible stallion, especially in the Mid-Atlantic region. He's awesome. Lots of love for Great Notion out here. There you see more Northern Dancer, Mr. Prospector. Another example, here's an example of a sire and dam sire being bred on a similar pattern in Great Notion. 10 pins, a son of Smart Strike from family 9. This is a mare whose dam is inbred to her female family. Easy goer. In addition to California Chrome's dam, who I just mentioned, that's a little different. She shares a female family. The female family similarity is here and here in California Chrome. Here in Good One Honey, it's here and here, and a horse that also shows that is Easy Goer, as he is from family 1X and out of a mare by Buckpasser, who's also family 1X. So yeah, this is a good filly. She's one I watch listed a while back, and I honestly cannot tell you why. I don't really remember, but I like this. I like this female side there, and I'll probably end up talking about her too. Tip number 16 is a bay filly by Danza out of the Silver Train Mare Graceful Light. Not a lot under the first 2 dams, but the Grand Dam did have 7 winners out of 7 foals to race, so I like that. Even if, and I mean, these are $100,000 earners. These aren't, horses that win a race and fall off the map. So even if there isn't a lot of black type there, I definitely like to see that, 7 wins. This horse raced until she was 8. Like, that's, yeah, cool. Haunting. 3rd dam is a graded stakes winner. Let's take a look. Graceful Light. And by Danza. Place, that's family 10A. So there's your first parallel. Silver Train and French Deputy both being from family 4M. These Danza and Graceful Light are both from family 8, which means they do share the same mitochondrial DNA. It's just that a very distant ancestor, when Bruce Lowe did his family numbers, a very distant ancestor branched off to create family D from family 8. That isn't necessarily how it works. Sometimes it's like you'll have one mare, like in case of family 10, there's one mare, Queen Mary, who produced like 3 different fillies who just were AB, or 10 ABC or 10 BCD, I think is actually what it was. I think Queen Mary is 10A. I don't know. It's not that important. But and then there are other times where like D will be a daughter of C or a granddaughter of C, so it doesn't really matter, but the fact is they do share a mitochondrial line. So that's cool. As do, again, Silver Train and French Deputy a little bit closer up, because they're both from family 4M. Is this a filly? Yeah, it is. So keeping in mind future breeding opportunities, let's pop Danza here because I think of this as the top. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Family 10A out of place. This is a big family. The deputy minister is family 10A from Good Example right there. So you see that. I like that. That's a 3rd common line in this filly. So I do like that as well.